Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Luis Gutierrez. I am the host of the Geek Press podcast. Welcome to episode 16. We currently don't have a
Sweet
title.
16.
Yeah, Sweet 16. We don't have a topic. We had one originally, but we kind of had to shift. But I am joined with my co-host Noah Garcia, aka Jacob Knight, and honorary member of the Geek Press, Rudy. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, so he is Rudy.
Rudy.
Rodolfo Juarez Pinedo the third.
There we go. No one has it down.
I have a submission for what I think this episode title should be.
Okay.
I think the episode title should be, "Oh look, 2 in a row."
Hey, I told you. I told you. I'm trying my best to make it weekly again.
I know. I'm just saying, like I feel like if somebody saw the podcast in their Spotify feed again, they'd be like, "Oh look, 2 in a row, good for them." You know?
Yeah, there we go. For like our 5 listeners. There we go.
For our 5 listeners, our loyal listeners, we love you so much.
You know, I just remembered something because I was looking at these. So a while back, Rudy, I'm gonna put Noah on the spot right now.
Here we go. We always do.
I can't put him too much on the spot because he's doing me a solid. But
you two gang up on me so much.
No, I'm not. Shut up.
Okay, listeners. Before Lewis goes into his thing, let me tell the listeners a story.
All right.
So I went to a bar for Lewis. Lewis just recently graduated because he's been so busy with getting his education. Really proud of him.
Thank you.
So we went to a bar to celebrate, and him and our other friends started playfully punching me as one does, and then I looked to Rudy to help, and then Rudy just starts punching me too. Because when Rudy and Lewis are together, it just makes it even worse.
Worse, yeah.
So I was just beaten up that day. And then the last time I hung out with Lewis, I was tickled so much I fell on the ground and the waitress thought I was drunk, and it was so embarrassing.
So what happened? A tickle fight?
I didn't tickle him. I did tickle him, all right? Let the record show.
Lewis and his friend Pete.
No, okay, hold on. But before I get into the story, now we're fucking sidetracking altogether.
Yeah, we got to clear the air.
Okay, so Rudy, here's what happened. We went to Guildhall, and I kind of stood Noah up for like an hour, and I felt really bad, like because for some reason
he had to call me.
Punctual.
Yeah, for some reason when I tell Noah, hey, meet me at 5, he actually gets there at 5. Like,
yes, that's it's common courtesy.
I know that, but it's like I feel like that rule only applies to the professional world, you know?
I said with Noah.
You said it. It's okay. So I'm the outside man on this one. All right. So I was like, okay. I was talking to my buddy Pete, and I texted Noah. I was like, yo, let's go to the bar. And I was like, 5 o'clock. I was playing some video games. I'm like, oh, it's 5 o'clock. Let me finish this game. Game ended up being like an hour long. Then Noah texts me, are you okay, bud? Like, you know, text me when you're like, I haven't heard from you in a minute.
I'm like, worried. I was genuinely worried. I was like, is he okay? Like, where is he?
In a car crash, yeah.
So then I text him. I'm like, bro, my bad. I'm on my way. So I go there, and now I'm at the bar, and I told him I'm sorry. I bought him a drink, you know, made up. But so we're sitting at the booth, and for most of the night, my buddy Pete was sitting right next to me, but Noah went to go use the restroom, and when he went to go use the restroom, Pete sat on his side and said, oh, I'm gonna get Noah to sit next to you, but Noah didn't like catch on to what was going on. So Noah,
all my stuff was on that side.
Yeah, but it was like a small booth, so it doesn't really matter, you know. And so
no, all my things are on that side.
Yes. Okay. That's besides the point. Okay. So what ended up happening was at some point in the night, I don't remember how I got to this, but Pete said something along the lines of like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking tickle you," and Noah was like, "No, don't tickle me." And I was
sounds so threatening.
And I was just
it was.
I was just sitting there watching the whole thing play out, and then he tickled Noah. And I swear to God, Noah just over exaggerated, you know? He fell to the floor,
sounds
laughed,
like Noah.
and like he like ducked like he was like, you know, like in the 1950s when they say when you hear the bells hit the floor, you know? So that's what happened to him. And then he nearly
don't act like you didn't throw a hand over to try to get in.
I did like a slight little here for the since it's all audio. It was like this. It sounded like this. Like that, you know, just hold on.
It was more like this?
No, it was not. It was more like this. It was like this. It was more like that.
Can't even hear anything. Yeah.
Exactly. I barely touched him, and then he fell to the floor like a bomb was dropping, and then he nearly tripped over a waitress, bro. Like,
Oh my god.
like the waitress
Which
nearly
is-
fell over him, and that was fucking hysterical. I was like, Noah, what are you doing? He was like,
Which
I'm
is-
sorry, they tickled me.
Which is so weird because I'm not a ticklish person. Normally, when people tickle me, it actually hurts. I don't like it. But for some reason, Pete just got in there. I don't know what the hell those magic fingers do. But they just got in me, and I was like, oh! I just like I just fell.
And he fell
Well,
to the floor.
also at the same time, you exaggerate a lot because there have been times where I kind of like push you, like, oh
Yeah,
no,
see-
you know, and then you're like, oh,
Yeah,
it's like,
but that's
fly
that's
20
like
feet away.
kind of a joke. This actually was like a bodily reaction because I would never try to inconvenience the waitress.
Okay.
So this was like
To-
involuntary.
to
I was
further-
next podcast, we're bringing in the waitress. And
Yeah.
yeah, we gotta get her side of the story.
coming
to-
in from Whittier, California,
Yeah.
live from Guildhall. Mary Sue, the waitress from Guildhall.
Okay, and to like further poke holes into Noah's plot here, he didn't know the waitress was coming. He had no idea that the waitress was coming.
No.
So he just fell to the floor, and the waitress just comedically so happened to be there. Because I saw the whole thing. Like because I was
Yeah,
facing
but
the
I wouldn't
door.
want to get in their way. Because literally, I didn't want to get in their way because I saw that they had stuff to do. Literally, when you were calling your bartender friend, I was like, "He's working. He's at work." And did I not say that?
No, you said fuck him.
I
All right. I'm
did.
just kidding.
Yeah, that sounds
No,
like
I was like, "He's at
that's something I
work."
would say.
I would never say that.
Okay, so
I
now
was just like the dude that. Okay, but back to your
Yeah,
story.
let's
That was a quick
backtrack.
tangent.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
So, but way back in the day when I first started the Geek Press, I had my friend Adrian. Shout out to Adrian. She drew some pictures for me, and she even made little stickers right here. And I
Nice.
gave
Mhm.
some to Noah, and I never knew what he did with the stickers.
Oh, I have a sticker that's on a coffee can where I put my coffee and I press it and it's a vacuum seal.
Okay.
And then I have
That's
a few
sweet,
other
yeah.
stickers because I have like it's a really good coffee can. I only have like 3 stickers on it because it's very important to me. And then I have
Aw.
other stickers. I'm waiting to put them somewhere cool because I don't have anywhere cool to put them.
Okay. That's all. That's it. All right. End of podcast. Thanks for listening, everyone.
All right.
If you guys want us to go on more of these of these rants instead of talking about pop culture like we intended, let us know in the comments down below
Yeah.
or on our Twitter or something because I can rant.
But okay, there's something I did want to talk about. We touched on it last time, when last week when we had Rudy on,
Mhm.
which was talking about like D&D and like tabletop games, right?
But I
Yeah.
feel like before we get into that, Lewis, what have you been watching? What have you been
Oh, that's
listening to
right, yeah.
lately? Yeah, I got off on a tangent, so I gotta get us back on structure. Lewis, what have you been reading or watching lately?
Okay, so I don't read because I'm not a nerd. I'm just
Oh,
kidding. I'm just
that
kidding.
hurts.
You read tweets?
I did read tweets. I'm just kidding. I haven't read anything. I need to get back into reading. I have books that I need to read. As regards to what I've been watching, I've just been watching Loki. I saw the new episode. I don't know if you guys are caught up. Are you guys?
Not yet.
I haven't seen the second one yet. No.
Okay, so I will say this without being spoiler free. Most of the episode's kind of boring. It's kind of boring,
Yeah.
and it's just like it's a lot of talking, and
Is
it's
it more setup?
Yeah, it's set up, and then like the last let's say it's an hour. I don't know. I don't remember how long it is exactly.
Yeah.
But let's just say it's 60 minutes, and there's 10 minutes of credits. How they usually do it for some fucking reason. But so it's like 40 minutes of setup, about 5 to 10 minutes of action, and then that's when it gets like they do like the big reveal at the end, and you're like, oh shit, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck
That's
it,
it.
man.
It's the end.
Yeah, and also too, they're making Loki kind of a little bitch, and I get it, like he's not the all powerful one, but like he's still a little bitch, kind of. That's it. That's all.
My theory is that the evil Loki going around is Lady Loki. Because she's the deadliest Loki I know, the female version, and
What makes sense?
no, but just because of the comics I've read, she's pretty deadly. But I don't know. Loki, the Asgardians are always weird in the MCU for me because I don't know. I think they'd be
They're
more
just
powerful
nerfed.
than they are. Like Loki never does any magic. I've only seen him do like illusion stuff, and that's it. But Loki is like an actual spell caster, and I don't think I've ever seen him like cast a spell. He just does like illusions and stabs people,
Maybe because it would be in the cinematic universe, it'll be confusing for Marvel fans
Because
because it would
Doctor
be Doctor
Strange.
Strange that does magic. And you know, in the comics, even though Loki does it, it's just it wouldn't. I don't think it'll fit right.
Well, I think I feel like there has been an established precedent that there is different types of magic. Like
Hmm
just look at Wanda. She was
Yeah, but
doing
look how
magic this
long
whole
it
time
took to
she
get
didn't
there.
know. Yeah, that's true. But they could have
Mm,
established it earlier by like, well, no, they never
you're
met.
right. You're right.
Hmm
Oh no, they met Doctor Strange
But
in
No,
Ragnarok.
uh,
He could have made a comment about like,
uh,
"Oh, your magic is so like simple and
nah.
for school children." Like, if they had thrown in a line, that could have been like,
Actually,
"Oh,
yeah, that would have been
you,
kind of cool.
yeah,
that
that would
would
have
be
been
pretty
like a
cool. Yeah.
fun back and forth."
But you know
And then
what?
he's just like, "But I don't know. What do you think? Are you gonna watch the second episode, Rudy?"
You know, I actually finished watching the first
Okay, yeah. So
episode. I
what's your review
finally
now?
finished watching it. You know, it's okay. It's good. It's good. Like you just explained right now, it's just a lot of setup. And I finished watching episode one. It's like a lot of talking, yada yada. You'd explain things. Who are these time
Mhm.
police? You had Loki trying to escape. Not much action. And then I've also never seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's also something I saw immediately right after episode one of
Mhm.
Loki, and the difference between the two was like crazy. Like right off the start
Mhm.
of Falcon and Winter Soldier, not only do you get a setup, you get an action. So it's like, yeah, that's what I was looking for. That put me up, and I didn't really get
Mhm.
that from Loki. So I'm waiting. I'm patiently waiting. But now you're saying episode two is kind of the same thing. So like,
There is action
well,
at the end.
they only let her like I guess again at the end, like same thing with episode
Mhm.
one, where we get to see the time police getting murdered and stuff, or getting burned. So I'm like, I want like an entire episode full of action.
You know what? I think you should watch WandaVision episode one, and then when every time a new episode of Loki comes out, you watch that episode of the other shows. So you're just doing it in a row, like two, 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 three, three, three.
So yeah, that's what we've been doing.
Just to see how they compare.
That
That's what we did with Falcon and Winter Soldier, because I don't know about you guys, like when you guys binge watch something, you gotta binge watch it, you gotta spend like 2-3 hours on something. And you know, Disney Plus, they only let out one episode a week, so that's only like what, 40 minutes,
give or
40
take.
minutes
Yeah.
of your life. I want to waste more. I want to waste 80 minutes. I want to waste 120 minutes. That's why, like, all right, let's put something else on. So yeah, so okay, so I'll put it on, I'll do a little rotation of the three, a bizarre love triangle right there.
Honestly, too, I will say, uh, I know I'm speaking soon. I'm speaking soon because Loki hasn't
Mhm.
ended, but
Yeah.
I'm willing to say that WandaVision is the worst out of the three.
That's quite a
Oh.
leap to make when you've only seen two
Exactly,
episodes.
exactly. I know, but it's like I just feel like WandaVision is the weaker one out of the three, and I know I'm speaking out of pocket right now, and it's really soon, but that's my hot take of this episode.
Ignoring
All right,
all of
we'll
that,
see.
Ruby,
Yeah.
what have you been listening or watching or reading as of late?
So I'm catching up with all the Disney Plus stuff.
Mhm.
Watching the Bad Batch.
I need to catch up on that. I'm a few episodes behind.
I like it. I actually really do. I love it. I miss the Star Wars, Clone Wars. You know, the animation style. I like how the leader reminds you of Rambo because of his haircut and his
Is that what they were
bandana.
going
You know,
for? Was that like?
I that's the vibe I got. You know, like the survivor, and then like, oh, it's good at killing stuff and stuff, and it has that rough voice, you know.
Uh-huh.
And what else am I watching? I still don't have a console, but watching other people play Resident Evil 8, so I'm like, oh, tall vampire goth lady and stuff like that. So I kind of geeked out all last week, just watching video games, catching up on
Mhm.
Star Wars episodes, Disney episodes. I didn't even read at all last week. Oh my god, I'm turning into Lewis.
Oh no.
Uh,
What about you, Noah?
um, well, as for reading, I've been reading this book Rudy got me called Pocho, which is like
About the Yucca
Yeah.
Man's cousin?
Spanish. Yeah,
It's pretty much
they have
what we
barbecues
all
every
are.
weekend. It's
All
like
three of us are both
it's
those
like
men.
Are we
slang
Yucca men?
for American.
Oh,
Are we the Yucca Men?
the Yucca man's been
No.
inside of us this whole time.
Pocho
Okay, I'll
is
let you
like,
talk. Okay, go for it.
Americanized Mexican person.
Okay.
And I've been reading Rise of an Empire, which is like a Legends book for Star Wars, and it introduces
That's the non-canon stuff, right?
yeah, it's like the old stuff before Disney,
Hmm.
and
Before Ryan
I'm
Johnson
enjoying
came.
it so far. And I've been also watching Bad Batch and
Yeah.
a bit of Loki just to keep up with the cultural zeitgeist because I never really
Mm-hmm.
like Loki's a fine character for me,
But we get
but
it. You didn't watch Avengers 1 until Endgame.
Oh, that's
I see.
right.
I
That's
didn't even
right.
mention that. You're the one who's bringing it up. But aside from that, yeah, I also don't have a console right now, so
Yeah,
I'm
no,
also just watching
I've been meaning to
people
ask
play
you that.
stream.
So like you had a PlayStation
Mhm,
4 for
mhm.
most of the generation, right? Like most of the PS4 generation, you had a PlayStation at your hand.
I would say maybe for the past like no, only for like a year or a year and a half.
For a year. Okay, okay. So I'm curious, how does that feel? Like you had a
Mhm.
console and then like just like that, it's gone. You know? Like, does that suck?
A little bit, but I'm used to abrupt change, so I got used to it. You know,
You know what you should do? You should go on
right?
you should go on OfferUp or something and try to get a PS4 for like cheap. I'm pretty sure you could find one dummy
Maybe
cheap, or even on
I
eBay.
might.
Yeah, like
Maybe just to hold myself over since every
mhm,
time the Xbox and PlayStation come online, sells out.
exactly.
So maybe.
Or no, I got a
Okay.
proposition for you
Okay. Okay.
because I want to play
You
video
want to go
games, but I don't want to
halvesies?
own a console. So we just go halvesies, exactly. You know,
I might be kind of
and
down for that. And you can just come over.
yeah, I'll come over and play video games and stuff because I don't want it in my house. I already know I'm gonna turn into like this. So I'm gonna turn into a gamer boy and ooh.
You're
So
gonna wake up and
I
your
rather
brother's gonna be playing it.
exactly, yeah. Fernando and I are both gonna be playing it. Yeah. So I
Mhm.
want to play games, but I don't want it in my house. So let's go halvesies. Let's do it.
I like how
All
Rudy has
right.
this like strict rule. He's like, three things we don't have in this house: the devil,
Devil,
guns, and
gun.
consoles.
I respect this.
This is what we don't have in the
There's a
Rudy
bad
household.
omen.
That's
Going to
it
hell.
doesn't stand in the Rodolfo house.
Because
Oh,
if you play because it all video games is the root of it all. Because if you play video games, you end up
no.
worshiping the devil, and then you want to buy a
Exactly.
gun.
It's so violent. You want to murder people. Haven't you played Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
Get that urge to kill people, run people over with your car afterwards, don't you?
Those are the three things you're not allowed in the Rudy household.
I have a sign like like everyone other house have like live, laugh, love. No, we
Uh-huh.
have the devil, no devils, no consoles,
No
no
devils,
alcohol,
no
something like
consoles.
that. Yeah.
I respect that. That's something. I mean, better than having a console and being taken over by the devil. So I respect that.
I don't want to be drinking Mountain Dew and cursing people, the 12-year-olds, like, oh, your mom is a hoe. I don't want to be that person. That's why. So I'd rather let someone else have the
Yeah, that's
console.
true. Gaming culture can be
Yeah,
toxic as
it
hell.
can be, yeah.
But no, no. All right, I'm gonna draw the line right there. As a fellow, I represent.
Did we say all of gaming culture? We said it can sometimes be toxic.
No,
Is
it's
that not
pure.
true?
It is
Well, I'm
pure.
just saying, Lewis, you're the most toxic person of the three of us.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
And you play consoles.
I do.
You
See,
have video
listen,
game, yeah.
I feel like this. Here's my take on it.
All right,
Uh,
here's your spiel.
Here's a hot take number two.
Okay.
I feel like kids need outlets to like
Oh, yeah.
vent and just kind of get their anger out, and video games are great for that. You know, they're great for that. You talk a few shit in a Call of Duty lobby, move on with your life. But if that translates over to Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, that's where you draw the line.
That's a problem.
Yeah. You get all your anger and aggression out in a video game lobby, and then here you go. You know what? As long as it doesn't translate into the real world, and you just keep it right then and there, and you just move on with your life.
Yeah, but when I was a little kid and I tried using Steam
Oh,
and people were so mean and it got to me, So I don't think these little kids could take it.
I don't know.
Getting beaten by a 20-year-old and then I'm like I literally tried saying my brother's gonna beat you up. He's trying to be a firefighter. I was trying to think of like combats just to get this guy, and then it messes with you. So no, I for all those little boys and girls out there playing video games and some adult telling you that your mom is a hoe, I'm so sorry. I feel your pain there. but don't get lost in it. You know.
And I think it's very much the type of thing where it can be for the good, but it can still be toxic. You know, it
Yeah.
can still be bad because for every children you're describing out there, letting out their frustrations on a video game, there's an adult equivalent who's yelling, you know, homophobic or racist slurs just because
I like how
can.
deep we're getting on this conversation.
I know, right?
So
Yeah, this is very
it's
thoughtful.
not like it's all good or all bad. There's a dichotomy between any form of entertainment like this. So you know, it's just it like we said, it can sometimes be toxic.
Are we even a pop culture podcast now, or are we tackling the deep rooted issues of our society?
Yeah, we're talking about that now. Okay, so listen,
Yeah.
we need police reform. We need to fix the prison system. All right.
We
that's
gotta.
true.
Yes to
It's
all
all
of them.
really bad.
And we need to stop pretending like the fucking U.S. Capitol didn't get raided in January. All right, that's it. We're not a geek podcast anymore.
We're not. Yeah, no more geek press.
You know
Forget
what?
the geek
Oh
press.
yeah, we're the political press.
Yeah, that's it.
There we go.
We're letting it all out. We're not talking about this anymore. All right.
Forget Loki. Screw
then
Loki.
Jake will come on the podcast if it's a political
Oh,
podcast.
dude, if we had Jake, I would just sit back, mute my mic, and let him talk for like 30 minutes straight. I'm like, you do you, boo. I'm just here to make sure the audio is recorded.
What happened with Jake? I'm the
Oh,
plan.
yeah.
I'm the plan
Or
B in this
sometimes-
conversation, right?
Yeah,
Or
okay.
sometimes co-host Jake said he'd be down, but then just never. You know, we summoned him and he just didn't appear,
Mm-hmm. Rudy,
which
so
is a shame.
let me ask you a question, okay?
But thank you for being here, Rudy.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being a
Oh,
solid backup.
It's an honor. Glad you guys think of me.
Okay, Rudy. So here's the plan. What if one
Okay.
day you wake up and there's like an Xbox in your room?
Oh, which one? The original or like the 360?
It's like a new one. It's a newer one, you know? And
Oh,
it's locked,
snap.
it's locked and ready to go. It's just right there. It's in a box, crisp.
Oh
You,
man.
you know what? You know
What game? What game is what's inside of it? Yeah.
You get 6 months of Game Pass.
6 months of game. I don't even know what that is.
It's like it's like Netflix for video games. It's like Xbox's thing.
Oh.
So you get a
6
whole
months?
so you get a whole library of video games if you're a part of that subscription.
I feel like playing Halo again or Conker's Bad Fur
Hmm.
Day. I've been wanting to play that game for a while now.
And
But
you
definitely, like, Halo.
can.
Halo Reach. I don't know why. I've just been wanting to play Halo Reach or like Halo ODST.
There you go.
I
See,
was
know what?
deprived of that as a child.
You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do D&D rules. That Xbox is probably a mimic, and when you touch it, a giant pair of teeth are
Oh
gonna
my
come out and bite your hand
god!
off.
You see exactly.
gonna
That's why we
eat
don't
you.
have consoles in this house.
because the devil.
Because it mimics.
Because of mimics.
They're gonna transform into something you want, and then when you get close, they're gonna bite you.
Damn.
No.
All right. So
Mhm.
I forgot what I was gonna say, but we were supposed to talk about D&D originally.
Oh
That's right.
yeah, a very loosely tied part two to a podcast we did a while ago where Rodolfo and I, while Lewis was busy studying for finals, talked about our D&D experiences.
So who's gonna take
Which
the
is-
lead on this one?
Oh, Rudy, of course, he's the guest. We
Yeah.
have to make him do everything. Yeah, now it's for our time to sit back and relax.
Rudy, you got it from here.
Yeah, you got it, Rudy. All right.
Is he
We gotta
really
have-
lagging? I can't tell.
No, he's not. He's lying. He's not lagging. He's lying.
Deal with the
Wait,
why
I can't
He's
tell.
lagging.
Yeah.
Prince here.
Is his
Okay,
face frozen
last
too?
thing, right?
His face is frozen.
And some of our
All right.
what's going on? You guys were frozen for a second. What,
No,
what
I
happened?
thought. Wait, that
Oh.
wasn't staged. You weren't messing around.
that was not staged. I swear to God.
What's funny is that Lewis doesn't really like to edit audio, so this will probably all be in the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Really? Oh my God.
The,
That's
the, the,
terrible.
the breaking up audio and the slowed connection, that's all probably gonna
Oh yeah. That's all. I don't edit the podcast. I just
be it.
dump it in there.
All right, Lewis. All right, let me talk to you something about D&D then. So, what was your inspiration behind your character? Because in the last episodes, Noah and I talked like how we got inspired, how we got our
Hmm.
campaign, how Noah got his campaign going, how I got my characters coming up. What about you? Why Zagreus? Who is Zagreus? What is Zagreus?
Okay, so Zagreus, the reason Noah just figured it out the other day why I chose Zagreus. So I play this video game called Hades, and the whole premise of Hades is that you play as Hades' son in like Greek mythology, and his name is Zagreus, and he's kind of like this arrogant, hot-headed, god, and all he really wants is to like get out of hell and go up to the surface. So and Zagreus is one of my
Ooh.
favorite video game characters of all time. I love him. He's like charming. He's quick. He's quick with it when it comes to like quips and all that. So I was like, And so I wanted to do that, but I also kind of wanted the character to be like a reflection of myself, but like some of like
Oh
more,
yeah, I could definitely see that.
but some of my more like toxic traits, like cranked to 10. So, so like I'm very self aware of who I am as a person, and I know I could be very hot headed and like cocky and like I'm like, all right, I got it, So I was like, this would be a fun character if, like I said, I just crank all of this to 10 and throw him in there. And then at the time, Noah and I were like, we were doing something on the Geek Press TikTok, and I was like, let's make him a TikTok star. And it was just that. So that was my character, like a reflection of myself, just cranked to 10 on like some of the worst traits.
Describe your character. Like, what does he look like?
I want to say real quick for if you guys don't know who Zagreus from Hades is, Google him. He has a very fun design. In fact, Lewis, I think your artist friend who did your stickers should like draw you in this outfit because it's a pretty fun outfit.
Yeah,
In my
that'd be
opinion, at
cool.
least.
She'd probably kill it too. Oh no,
Oh
Rudy,
yeah, oh yeah. You know she kill it, huh?
Oh yeah.
Rudy,
You what you gotta do is you gotta give that girl like a fiver and see if she can do the pictures, huh?
true.
That's all you gotta do now. Louis, what is it? What do your boy look like, huh?
So
What's it
I
look
never really thought of like his looks too much, but he's a Zeppelin if I remember correctly. So he's like half demon, half human, right? No, is that an accurate description?
like? No, what are you talking about?
I thought he was a human.
He's a
Yeah.
tiefling.
Tiefling. There we go. Why did I say Zeppelin?
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Isn't that like a half human, half demon kind of thing?
Yeah, but I don't know what Zeppelin is. Tieflings are like kind of very elvish, kind of demonic. They kind of have like horns and some
Okay,
like
yeah, there we go.
infernal history.
I'm pulling up pictures. So, well, this is like a female version, but too bad for everyone listening and or watching.
That oh,
So,
I totally picture just you. I just picture you in armor. That's literally
You
all.
know what? Just picture Lewis with little devil horns.
yeah, just picture me with devil horns. There you go.
With little
There you
devil
go.
horns.
Yeah,
It's the same.
that
Nothing's changed.
that and a tail. I have
This
a
is-
tail
this
that I
is
don't
just-
really
okay.
use.
Yeah, we never see it.
Yeah, but wait, no. Do Tieflings have tails? Yeah, they do have tails.
Some of them do. Yeah.
You know,
totally
mine-
use your tail.
Mine doesn't
I use
have a
mine all the
tail.
time.
Yeah, mine. I just have horns. So just me with devil horns.
Aw.
That's all you got to. That's it. That's it. But yeah, that's my D&D character, and I have a lot of fun playing as Zagreus, just because like I feel like, you guys have talked about this before, but like, I feel like there's times where I've like stirred the campaign in like a whole nother fucking way.
Yeah.
Like I like how my guy he's always like wishy-washy on which side he's on. So like we were like fighting vampires and I like nearly betrayed all you guys to go.
I know. Damn.
and then when the vampire wanted to kill the paladin, I was like, nah, this paladin's my boy, even though I was trying to kill him a second ago. So like I like how my character like he's always changing. You never know which way he's going. I don't even know which way he's going. I'm just like, fuck it. Let's see if I can do something right now.
I was about to ask you that too. Like, where would you want your character to go? But I guess wherever he's a leaf in the wind. I guess.
Yeah,
Wherever.
It was cool because I'm level. What level are you, Rudy? Because I'm a level below you.
4.
Rudy's
Okay,
four.
so I'm a level 3
Right.
paladin, and now since I'm level 3, I have to align myself with a god. And Noah like DM'd me. He was like, hey, here's some people that I think you may like because I gave him like a description of kind of what I wanted. And there was like I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek, Rudy. Okay, before
All right, here we
before
go.
we have our campaign later on today. So
I wanna say, in case there's some nerds listening to this, it's not technically a god. Nowhere in the player's handbook does it say a god. It is more of an oath.
yeah, there we
So
go.
just if anyone wants to talk shit, it's an oath. Okay.
Or you could
Okay,
tweet
I'm sorry, go
at
ahead.
the Geek Press, and me and or
Tweet-
Noah will be responding back.
No, we'll have Rudy respond.
Yeah, Rudy, you're a social media manager
Yeah.
now.
Oh my goodness! I all this responsibility.
Yeah,
I'm so
you
humbled.
just dump
I'm gonna,
Transformers shit. I
I'm gonna
don't care.
throw it off the rails. Exactly. It's gonna be all Transformers stuff now.
And
Respect.
but there was a so I have to make an oath now, and I was like, huh, I like being a paladin because I could heal myself and I could heal others, but at the same time I could fight. That was the whole reason why I chose paladin, because it seems like the most practical, at least to me. And but I hate the fact that I'm a paladin. You guys always have to check me. You're like, oh, a paladin wouldn't do that. I'm like, fucking Christ, you know. But like an oath that Noah found for me is that like it just amplifies my 10 to like a 20 now, because like because like this oath is like you see yourself as the best, and you are the best, and you strive for perfection, and this and that.
You're a Scientologist. That's what the hell.
And then there was one, I believe I'm thinking of the correct oath, the one I'm describing to you. It was like I think like at level like 10 or level 5, I could bring people to their knees, and like they'll just be in awe of me, and I'm like, dude, this is perfect. And
You're a Scientologist, Tom Cruise. I'm getting Tom Cruise Scientologist by.
and then once I trust, okay, this is only gonna like perpetuate that even more.
Oh my
Because
god!
as soon as I get to like level 20, I get to make another choice with my oath, and
Yeah.
the one I'm gonna do is if we get to that part, if I'm able to see Zagreus as a level 20 character, he just emits holiness, like perfection, out of his body, and and since he's so perfect, he uses this holiness and divineness to make himself younger and to keep himself younger, like Tom Cruise.
Freaking jumping on couches. Yeah, your character's Tom Cruise, a Scientology top tier Scientologist.
And
Oh my god, I'm so scared now. I'm deathly afraid. I was more worried about Billy getting powerful and turning bad. Now I'm worried about you. What the hell? You're gonna be like the narcissist of the group.
Well, Rudy, does your character believe in the gods?
No, he does not.
Well, then,
Noodles.
you know what?
Noodles
You know-
fears no god.
You know what's a god to a non-believer?
ooh,
Exactly.
and who
All
was
I
in
see is-
Paris? I'm just kidding.
If I told you guys I had a list of one-liners in my D&D notebook, would you believe me? Because
Oh, yeah.
Really? Oh, nice. You see, Noodles. All Noodles sees is just flesh and blood. You know that's all. That's all
gosh.
you guys all are to him.
Just
His
flesh and blood.
next
That's fucked
meal.
up. I thought we were boys.
You know, I'm like criticizing your character and
I
like,
know.
oh,
I would never kill you. You're over here talking about murdering me.
hey man,
Goodness gracious.
hunter's got to hunt.
Hey, but
Hunter's
Fish
gotta
got his
hunt.
twins.
I told Noah, like, I'm gonna convince Billy to get to like, okay, so really quick, let me backtrack. If you guys have listened to the prior episodes with Noah and Rudy, it takes place in a modern day world. It's Middle Earth meets modern day, and that, you know, I'm quickly oversimplifying a lot of things, but there's like magic and all that, but we all have iPhones and drive cars and shit. And our next episode or our session, where we have a study session where we're supposed to like learn some shit about the story. I told Noah, because there's this character we have named Billy. He was the healer before I showed up. He's an NPC. I'm gonna call Billy to go to the study session. I'm gonna fucking murder Billy. And then Noah, and I was telling Noah this. He was like, "There's gonna be repercussions," and I'm like, "Then I'm gonna murder his girlfriend." He was like, "Oh, the biker girl." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna murder the biker girl. I'm gonna murder Billy, and if the biker gang comes after me, I'm gonna murder them too. Like everyone's gonna fucking die." So, Rudy, this episode we are killing Billy.
We're gonna kill Billy.
Kill Bill,
Oh
Volume
my
1.
God. You know
I
what?
think the thing about D&D is when you give people free reign, because at the end of the day, I set it up. You guys are the storytellers. I give you guys free reign. You need to make it clear that actions have consequences. Yet every time you guys do something fucked up, you've somehow managed to roleplay or roll the dice out of those consequences. So you haven't learned anything. No one's grown at all.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. We're keep pushing the buttons. I already know how it's gonna go down. Look, it's gonna be Duncan. That's gonna be like. He's gonna be trash talk. You know, he's just gonna be talking and all that. Like, oh yeah, let's kill him. Oh, and then Kevin's character is probably gonna, yeah, he's probably gonna be watching. Amanda's gonna be saying, "No, you guys, let's not do it," and then she's not gonna do anything about it. And then last minute, I'm gonna sweep in and then kill Billy. You know, I'm gonna push Daggers to the side, like, no, it's my kill, and then I'm gonna end up eating him.
So yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
That's how it's gonna go down.
Noah, does it? Okay, right now you just sounded like an anime villain, and the one I could think of is Zamasu from Dragon Ball Super. You're like, these gods gave you free will, and look what you've done with it. You know, that's what you sound very much like an anime villain. Like the gods don't know what they're doing.
I don't know what they're doing. That's my villain voice. I haven't had a chance to use
I like
because
it.
you guys have been attacking people on the street
Yeah, so
instead of fighting
this-
actual bad guys.
we're gonna kill like I said, Billy's a bad guy. He had a hint of demon
Billy's
in
a
him.
bad guy, and then that Kelvin or what was that the twin elf? He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
and
The one that they
Jin's a
jumped.
bad guy.
So our last episode, I had to like I was kind of like backseating now, and I was kind of mad at myself. And the big reason why I was backseating is because I was editing the podcast as we were playing, and I was like kind of tuning in and out, and all I heard was, and Noodles, Rudy's character, gets throws his books at this lizard, at this elf. And then the elf fucking politely puts the books on the floor, and then all of a sudden, everyone was flash forward like 20 minutes later, and they're holding him down, about to cut him open with a knife.
which is so funny because I didn't even have stats for him. I had to like Google search like Ranger level 5 stats. You weren't supposed to fight him. He was just supposed to disperse information and leave. But you guys just wanted to fight him.
Well, he called me.
was rude.
He insulted me. Yeah, he's a racist guy. Gotta teach him a lesson.
I am about punching racists, so you have a point.
There we go.
Maybe
Cutting
not
off
cutting
toes.
off their toes.
Yeah, I know.
But
I can't wait for tonight.
yeah,
looking forward to
Ugh.
yeah, I look forward to D&D every
Another
week.
chaotic one.
Yeah, D&D every week's always a fun thing to look forward to.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Lewis, let's backtrack a little bit. On the episode everyone should have listened to already, where
Mhm.
Rudy and I talked about our D&D experiences.
Oh yes, of course.
What do you have any background in any tabletop games? Is this your first one? Can you maybe go into that a little bit more?
I played. I don't even know if I could say played because I did it in like middle school and I didn't really even know the rules too much. I played this game called HeroClix. Have you ever heard of it?
I had HeroClix as a
No,
kid.
never.
So okay, so
Oh my god,
so-
I love that
Sounds
game.
fun.
so
What was
Hero, so it's a cool concept. It's kind of like chess meets Yu-Gi-Oh. Is a good way to
Oh.
explain it.
That sounds
And
so cool.
So you have a map laid out, and I had a lot of HeroClix too, and and it's like kind of like any other tabletop game. You had your rare ones, you had your common ones, blah 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 blah. Like just cause and HeroClix too, the ones I played were often Marvel characters, and just because like you had a Captain America didn't mean he was good. Like you could have had like a common Captain America, and I could have had like an epic Captain America, you know.
Okay.
And you have your heroes, and it's like, if I remember correctly, again, it's been years since I've played this. You start off with like 20 points, and each hero click is worth a point. And if not that, it's like you all start off with 10 clicks, 10 heroes, each. And you get on this, you start on separate ends of the map, and then you meet up in the middle and you duke it out. But each hero has specific stats, and you kind of have to roll a dice, and you have to do math and see, oh, I did like 10d damage on him, or I blocked his damage and actually I reversed it and this and that. So stuff like that. And then oftentimes too, if you got really into HeroClix, like there would kind of be like a dungeon master, and the dungeon master would be like, okay, Rudy and Louie, you guys are teaming up to fight Galactus, and it's this giant HeroClix, and he does
It's pretty cool.
100 damage and this and that. He's gonna be a hard fight, but you guys could take him out if you work together. Stuff like that. No, go for it.
I would have sucked. I would have sucked at this game. I already know it.
I
As a
never
kid,
looked at
yeah.
the numbers. I just smashed them together.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
I would just go like, just make them fight.
yeah, I used to play a lot of HeroClix, but other than that,
Mhm.
never got into D&D. I always wanted to, but I never knew anyone who played it. And then everyone I knew that played it, I had stopped talking to them at this point, And it was like, I'm not gonna kind of like force myself into like their lives, like, hey, let's play some D&D. But Yeah, like no one I knew was playing it, and then for the longest I would tell Noah, "Let me play," and he was like, "Come on, do it." I'm like, "Let me play," and he's like, "Come on, do it." I'm like, "Let me play," and he's like, "Come on," and so
Do it,
then,
yeah.
and so then one day I was like, "All right, I'm gonna do it," and he was like, "All right," and then I joined you guys.
And the rest is history.
Uh huh.
Was there any part of it you had any difficulty understanding at first?
To be honest, I still don't necessarily understand the rules completely.
Yeah, it
Well,
took me a while.
that's why I'm here. I'm here so I can do the rules. if you
Yeah,
don't.
so like I understand the combat now a little bit, but it was like, you have to the combat I have a little bit of a problem with, just kind of getting that. But you
Is
do
it because it's like the RPG rules, or is
well,
it...
it's like, oh, you have to roll 10 in order to do that, and then you do 5d damage, and
Mhm.
then like you only have like you only have 10 health, so that 5d, like now you only have 5 health because you only have 10. So that's how it works, right?
I get, yeah. I was in that situation, Lewis. You get used to it.
Yeah.
The more you do it,
And
the
then
more you play.
I know there's gonna be more thrown onto my character now because now I'm gonna have like magical spells and all that. So that's a whole nother thing I gotta learn.
Yeah.
Mostly all I've been
Stop,
doing
stop,
in
stop canceling games and just play them. You'll get the gist of it.
Hey, you trying to do something tonight? You want to go?
Yeah. It's Guildhall.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
All right.
Bye.
But that's been my whole thing right now. Is just kind of learning it as I go, because mostly I've just been kind of fucking around the whole time. Like I've got in a handful of fights, but it's just been me fucking around.
Why did you decide to choose Paladin? Because I was there with you. Your
Mhm.
first character is a Paladin, as we discussed before. Because we went through different classes. Was there anything necessarily that drew you to that?
Because when I used to play World of Warcraft back in the day, I was a warlock, which is like a wizard. Like a quick simplification, it's a wizard. And when I was playing it, I was like at like level 40 and all that, like pretty deep with my warlock, and I was like, this is kind of boring. I want to like get in combat. I want to like jump into the midst of it. I don't want to have to summon a demon and have my demon do my fighting. Like I want to be in the fight, but at the same time I want to be able to heal myself. So I was like, oh, paladin, that makes the perfect sense. So I went back and I played as a paladin, but then I stopped playing the game altogether. And a lot of like, I know Dungeons and Dragons, World of Warcraft, Lord of the Rings, a lot of that Middle Earth S stuff all kind of borrow from one another. So I was like, paladin makes the most sense. And I was like, I'll just be a paladin because I enjoyed being a paladin in World of Warcraft. And but the only thing that I hate about being a paladin is that, like, oh, you're a holy follower, blah 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 blah. But all the paladins I've met in Noah's campaign are fucking dicks.
I would say a paladin. The paladin class I found is very much more so a role played focused type of character to play. But there are plenty of oaths that are like, their commitment is to an ideal. So you could just be like, my ideal is myself. I'm this. Or they could be a Oathbreaker paladin and just be straight evil and kind of have like the opposite powers of health, like taking away health. So
that was
I think...
Oh, go for it. Go.
No, go ahead.
Rudy, that was my original thing I pitched to Noah. I was like, can I make an oath to myself? I was like, that seems like a very Zagger's thing.
Zagger's thing.
Like, I'm oathing to myself, but this one was like, I don't know what perks would come with that. Like I feel like I would lose benefits if anything.
a lot of benefits. Right? Worship fingers.
Yeah, so that was good. That was my original pitch to Noah. And Noah was like, I don't know, but let me look into stuff that might like suit your needs. And he found 2 really good ones for me.
Perfect.
So I'm glad that worked out for you.
Because I originally wanted to be like a rogue, but then one of the big things stopping me from being a rogue, because I feel like a rogue in Zagreus it makes sense. It makes total sense. But
with the character.
Yeah, but a rogue, my biggest thing is that like he can only wear like light armor and use like light weapons. And I was like, oh man, I was like, all it takes is one fucking dude to rock my shit good enough and I'm on the floor. And so like a big part too going into Paladin was that like I want to be a character that can stand his ground if he gets his shit wrecked,
I respect that. You want to be in the combat. You want to be more of a tank than a support class. Which I get it. I think my first real character I ever played was also a paladin.
Noah, would you ever let me or Rudy do like a one shot in Rogarth, the Rogarth universe?
Yeah, sure.
I'm too nervous to do it. I think I'll be terrible.
Okay.
You'd have to do it first, Lewis.
Okay. Let's say in like 3 weeks, 3 weeks,
Okay.
I could come up with the spin-off. Like we
For
could
the
use it
podcast or for our friends?
for our friends, you know.
Okay.
Like I'll come up with the story. I'll come up with
Mhm.
all this. Like, oh, obviously be our characters and all that. And so you
Mhm.
can make your own character for that one, or you could play as
NPC.
no, not NPC. Fuck, I always forget his name. The orc.
Rain the
Ray.
orc.
You could just play Raid. You like, all right.
Oh, I love Rain. He's my favorite orc himbo. I love him.
Yeah, like I'll think of something. I think like in 3 weeks, wherever we are in 3 weeks, I'll come up with a
Alright.
story, kind of revolving around. And the whole thing with Zagreus isn't there. Is that
Mhm.
like he was at TikTok con, or I don't know. He was doing
Yeah, something like that.
yeah, some
He was
stupid
off.
shit.
The D&D meme of the forever DM, and I've been a DM for about a year now, so I'm down to play some. To have someone else do it, so I don't have to. I'm down.
Do you miss being an actual player, or do you like being a DM?
It's a bit of both, because I like both. I wouldn't say I
Mhm.
prefer one over the other, but sometimes I'm like, ooh, I wish I was a player, but then other times I'm like, ooh, I have a good idea. I want to see what they do with it. And then of course I never do the good idea because you guys decide to like break into a police station or like assault a student, so then I never get to do my ideas. But,
You know,
it's
I
fun to
just-
think of them.
Here's an idea that I might use, but I'm
Okay.
feel free to use it. Okay, so like let's say in my campaign we're fucking going down the LA River, you know?
We're doing what?
We're
Oh my
going
god.
we're going down the LA River, and
Oh, okay.
and we're supposed to go from the LA River to like Little Tokyo because
Mhm.
fuck, I'm making it a Yakuza game at this point because the because the Yakuza are there and we need to like stop a turf war from happening, but you guys are like, no, this and that. So then, you know, all of a sudden the Yakuza, you know, again, you could like make it fit into your story or whatever, but like the Yakuza managed to get some dark magic, and they knew of us already, and we were supposed to be there, so they were preparing for us to go.
Oh,
But all of a
shit.
sudden,
That's
a
badass.
fucking Lord of the Rings demon that Gandalf fought comes up from the ground, and we
Oh.
have to fight him, and that's our repercussions of not going and fighting them earlier. You know, you do something like that, just have a fucking monster appear, like, okay, you guys want to fuck around? This is what happens when you fuck around. You let the bad guy get stronger.
Yeah, we want to fight more. That's another thing too.
Yeah, you
That's
should-
my request.
Yeah, do something like that.
You
Like,
want-
so let's say, like in the story, we're supposed to
All
find,
right, you want me to kill everyone? Got it.
but no, but stuff like that, like more like kind of like random encounters like that. It's like if we're stirring too far off, like, all right, these are the repercussions. You know, Jane Doe is now getting stronger, and you still don't know who the fuck they are or where they are. Or,
I'm not gonna say anything because we still haven't played it, but there are definitely repercussions building up that you guys aren't aware of yet.
yeah, like you
I'm
told
just-
me,
they're just building up, and you guys just haven't.
like there's a lot of documented crimes I've done on TikTok.
Yeah, I documented a lot of TikTok crimes.
And I feel like it's already too late to delete them because you know the damage is done.
Yeah, so I don't. Yeah, there's things building up. I may or may not have an end game timer. You know, it's things are going crazy. So don't. You guys are gonna get your just desserts. Don't worry.
Yes.
I mean, like I said, in all things considered, I'm not like I'm right in the middle between good and bad. Rudy is the ultimate
Yeah,
bad
keep
in our
telling
story.
yourself that.
I'm not. I'm the neutral. You know, I kill for fun, but for the most part, you know, I'm watching you guys' back. I'm helping you guys out.
You know,
you
I
know,
don't
if
think
there's
anyone
a-
who's neutral says I kill for fun.
someone.
I don't. Yeah, that's not neutral.
If there's someone being bad, I'm gonna kill them. If there's someone being good, I'll maybe kill them. I want to kill them, but for the most part,
See,
I'm
that's-
not
That's not. No.
So that's
I
neutral.
don't
That's
think
a
how it
true
works.
neutral. I'm a lawful
No.
neutral. I'm just kind of.
No,
What-
that's a
what am
positive
I?
and negative, and that just makes it
Yeah.
negative.
You
I
say
think
tomato,
I'm a
we
good
say
guy.
tomato.
Tomato. Yeah, exactly. Evil,
Yeah, but it's still a fucking fruit. That doesn't, just because you call it something else doesn't mean it's not what it is.
Alright,
so
what?
noodles is fine.
Yeah, what
I don't
time
think
is
I should be
our
worried about noodles.
what time is our campaign?
Like 2 hours.
2 hours.
Okay. Hey, is there any ways for paladins to like resurrect people? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I think they can revivify.
Voodoo hoodoo stuff. See, that's
or,
evil. Noodles wouldn't do that.
Well, so if Noodles died, you wouldn't want me to bring him back to life?
No, that's a dishonor to the warrior clan.
Yeah,
A
but
tribe called Quest. You can't do that.
You know,
He
hold
died.
on. Okay, hold on, hold on,
if
hold on.
you
Hold on,
okay,
hold on.
go ahead.
So what now I'm just making it into Mortal Kombat, okay? So what if like wait, have you guys played the Mortal Kombat video games?
No.
Yeah, not the recent ones, but when I was like in middle school and stuff.
Okay, so I forget which clan it is, but it's Sub-Zero's clan for sure that does it. They make they kill their elite warriors and turn them into robots, so they become even more
No!
elite. So I'm gonna do that to Noodles. If
No!
Noodles gets
I
murdered,
don't want to be a robot.
I'm gonna bring you back to life, and you're gonna be
I'm gonna kill you.
and you're gonna
I'm
be
gonna
my robot
kill
fucking
you,
warrior.
and then I'm gonna kill myself. That's literally what Noodles would do.
I will put in a code to where you can't harm me or yourself. You're
Jeez.
forever.
This is a RoboCop. This is like the plot of RoboCop right here.
That's my plan for you, Rudy.
I don't like this. Robo Noodles. I don't like this.
If you were just, oh, I'm dead, I don't want to play this character, that's fine. Or we could like role play it as like, oh, who the hell am I now that I'm resurrected?
Exactly.
But,
Yeah.
if you don't,
Maybe I turn good.
yeah, maybe you turn
Yeah,
good,
better
but
outlook.
maybe maybe you meet a god and you're just like, oh my god.
I already met Jesus at a Cold Stone. That's
Mhm.
Wait,
when
what?
I died, or when I almost.
Oh,
died.
that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
If you do die, if Noodles dies, his cousin Rigatoni can come into town and take his
Oh yeah,
place.
ravioli and ramen.
Ravioli.
Yeah. Yeah, Lewis, you don't know that about Noodles. Yeah. Noodles has multiple cousins and multiple playoffs that no one I have done. So we have ravioli, we have ramen, pho. Pho's gonna be the next, the third cousin.
Did you ever see that episode in SpongeBob where Plankton's family visits and there are a whole bunch of rednecks?
Oh yeah.
Is that what Noodles' family is? It's just like they all look like him, but like slightly different from one another.
You know
Yeah,
You're like, here, this is Billy, Tilly, Gilly, Nilly.
Yeah.
Is that the Noodles lineage? Just they're all
That's
like
pretty
that.
much it. Yeah, just different names of noodles. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think
Little cousin Penny,
I know.
Grandma Fettuccine.
I'm trying to do a sign off.
Fettuccine.
God damn it. I know we didn't really have too much.
SpaghettiOs.
God damn it. I know we didn't have too much of like a topic, but I felt like we did a good job of just riffing. And
Yeah, we did.
I want to thank everyone for joining. Rudy, thank you for being our good backup plan,
course.
our good backup date to the prom.
Always happy to be here.
We want to have you on more, and thanks for coming on literally at a moment's notice.
I don't want to. Yeah.
And
I have better things to do. But thank you.
yeah, so thank you so much. For everyone, if you've made it this far, please go ahead and follow us on our social medias. Our Instagram and Twitter is at Da Geek Press. It's DAGEEKPRESS. And our TikTok is The Geek Press, so it's THE and then Geek Press. There you go. And if you guys want to join the Discord, I've been meaning to talk to Noah about this. I feel like we should make a Discord just for Geek Press. What do you think? Sure. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if
I'm
it'll
not
be
gonna run it.
successful or not, but we'll go ahead and do that. Want to join the Discord? Go ahead and let us know. If you have any feedback or comment on the podcast, feel free to tweet at the Geek Press, or tweet at me at I'm Luis Gutierrez, or tweet at Noah over here at his Twitter handle, which I don't know at the top of my head, and be like, oh, I liked it when Rudy talked about this. I liked it when Luis talked about that. Any feedback, good or bad, we'll mention you on the show. And we'll be like, yo, at Joe Mama 69 said this. And there you go. You'll be spotted on the show, as long as it's not any bigotry or hate.
My Twitter is at Rudy is all right.
Rudy, what's your Twitter?
Mine is at Jacob Knight. So follow me there.
Is
That's not
there,
even it.
is there any words of
Not
wisdom
it.
you guys want to end this on before we get ready to play some D&D in like an hour and a half?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what?
Okay, you go first. Yeah.
If you haven't watched Bumblebee in a while, go ahead and watch it. Give it another chance. You know, it's a perfect summer movie.
That is true.
That's my wisdom.
What about you?
Your best revenge is your paper.
Your best revenge is your paper.
It's our
Mine is
papers.
remember that time I told you to go and get that rock under the lake, and there was a hidden passage, and I said when the time comes you'll know. Now's the time.
Shit.
That one person listening
Dum,
to me
dum.
will know what I'm talking about. Am I making this up? Or am I spitting facts? We'll never know.
Oh shit.
But that's all the time we have today, which we have more time, but I don't want to keep going. But thanks for listening to episode 16 of the podcast. Again, Rudy, thank you so much for joining. It's always a delight to have you.
Course.
Noah, thank you as always. Can't do this without
Of
you.
course.
Thanks for
And
Yes, you
inviting me.
could.
with all that being said, I hope you all have a great day, great night, great afternoon. If you're listening to us on Spotify, be sure to follow us. Apple Podcasts, follow us. Leave a good review. YouTube, all that, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. See y'all later.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.